What's up, guys? It's Brian from Hasher Hub. It's about 9:40 a.m. January 28th, 2018. That's 9:40 a.m. Eastern Time. We're coming to you with a brand new trading video. We're going to be going over Ethereum again. We went over Ethereum last night. So I guess from famine to feast, we haven't spoken about Ethereum for a while, and then now we're speaking about it a lot. Love Ethereum. Take a look at yesterday's video or last night's video. But first, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. Resteam and upvote if you guys are on Steemit and or DTube. If you're not, hit the links down below. Also our Facebook group too. The link is down below. So yesterday I was drawing a whole bunch of lines all over the place because I was saying that, you know, in the beginning of a correction, you need to basically as quickly as possible figure out the direction of what is this correction going to look like. And I'm taking a little bit of a different perspective from analyzing Ethereum than I do a lot of the other coins, where I really the basis of all the other coins when I go ahead and analyze them from a technical analysis basis is from a Elliott wave theory foundation. And here I'm looking at this more from a technical analysis in the sense of let's look at chart patterns. And not really sure why I'm doing it. I just always look at Ethereum in that manner. But so here we go. So one of the things I said last night that there's a few different possibilities, and one of the smaller possibilities of I thought that could possibly happen is actually what actually happened, of the market moving up to this range kind of along these tops right here. And it did exactly just that. I thought that was one of the lower possibilities of happening. The Bitcoin, just to give you an example, all of this run up was based on this small run up from Bitcoin. That's it. Okay, if you look at this candle from a global perspective with regards to Bitcoin, it's very small. You look at this candle here with respect to Ethereum, this is a big run up on a very small Bitcoin run up. Now, this tells me something. This tells me that there is Ethereum is starting to create this divergence from Bitcoin. Bitcoin being kind of like almost like the S&P 500, and then all the other altcoins are being like individual stocks, right? This is telling me that Ethereum is kind of starting to chart its own course. It actually started some time ago when it topped out at a much later time than Bitcoin did. So that's probably one of the reasons why I actually, now that I'm talking about it, one of the reasons why I look at Ethereum for more of a chart pattern basis than a Elliott wave basis is because it's kind of a different animal than Bitcoin. It's kind of like a secondary. It's like there's the S&P 500, and then there's the Dow, and there's the Russell, and there's a whole bunch of other indexes. That's kind of how I'm starting to think about it. But as from a trading perspective, if you are a trader and you're not starting to take some profits off the table at these high lofty levels, and this is really the reason why I'm making this video. I actually have to run out of the house. I have an appointment that I'm already running late to, but I want to make this video for you guys. From a trading perspective, I would go ahead and start raising capital if I didn't start already raising capital along here. Okay, I raised a ton of capital up here. Now, mind you, I also mine Ethereum, constantly. I'm a big miner of Ethereum. So I have been selling some of that mined profit, all along here. Actually, when I woke up and I saw this, I started selling a little bit to raise some capital. That's not to say that this could not continue to shoot up. That very well could happen. I just feel that the probability of that happening is pretty small. It's not like 1% or 5%, but it's also not 50% of the probability that it's going to run up here. I think it's a lot smaller than that. So, and that's the whole way of trading. Trading is not a game of certainties. It's a game of probabilities. And you need to try to skew the probabilities in your perspective or in your way. And that's what all technical and any analysis of any charts is all about, skewing that probability just to get a little bit of an edge. You get a little bit of an edge and incorporate that with good trading and risk management. Then you have something to work on. Then you have something to go forward with. So I drew this line here this morning. It connects this top here and this top here. I just wanted to kind of see where it ended up right here. And then there's another line you can draw too. You can draw this one. And I'm sure there are others, but I'm trying to rush. So, because I need to get out of here. So now this may be some sort of a framework of a triangle, possibly. I don't know. Only time will tell. Remember, we have volume, and volume is declining here. Okay, so yeah, it could run up a little bit more. It could have run up, continue to run up, but I think the probability of that is slim. The probability of it running up to here, I thought, was small from when we were here. Now the probability going from here to up here is, I think, even smaller. So another thing I want to show is that we look like we have some sort of triangle, right? Assuming that the market stops here. Some sort of triangle. Okay, so this would be A, B, C. Let me actually draw it for you. A, B, C, assuming it stops here. D, somewhere around here. I mean, this tends to like fall off like in this type of on this type of angle. D, possibly, maybe we'll try to make an E. Okay. So there's a few other chart patterns that this possibly could be. I need a little bit more information before I start making videos on them. But basically, this is really about it. The message for this is, don't be foolish. Take some profits. If this were to continue to run up, okay, there's going to be a pullback, where then you go purchase on the pullback, and then you can move forward. When you put money at risk, you want to lower the risk. You want to therefore increase the probability of making money. So taking money off the table here, not taking money off the table here or over here is just greed. And greed will get you burned. I promise you. The only way to become a good trader is being a bad trader first. And one of the top reasons of why people are bad traders is greed gets the best of them. Sometimes it's just a matter of time to get that out of your system, and everybody goes through that. It's not a problem at all. So with that said, we're going to leave it there. Let us know if you have any questions, any comments. Upvote, resteam if you guys felt this was useful, and subscribing to our YouTube channel if you guys already aren't would be greatly appreciated. So with that, happy trading.